Hello guys, Deb here with Art and Grace. Come on in, happy Saturday to you guys. I am excited to be here in the Oh My Gourd It's Fall event. So thank you Shar and Lisa, I always appreciate getting invited to present. So if you're new to me, come on in and say hey, let me know where you're watching from. My name is Deb, I live in Texas. I am in South Fort Worth to be exact. So always like knowing where you guys are watching from, so let me know. And I'm getting this pulled up so that I can see your comments because, you know, we've had the page changeover and can't always see on our device. Okay, there we go. Let's turn this around so you guys can see what we're working with today. Hello Andrea, glad you're here. Good morning. So yeah, I like to know whether you're from East or West Coast because some of you might be drinking coffee and some of you might be thinking about lunch. So let me know. Hi Linda, glad you're here. Hello Rena. Good morning guys. So we have lots of fall projects today. Hopefully you've already seen some of them. If you have missed any, up in the description of this video, you can click on Creatives Depot and it will take you to that group where you can see all the presenters today. Hello Annette and Trisha, Cindy, good morning. Debbie, I'm going to go ahead and get started because this is going to be a little process, but don't sleep on these cute pictures when you see them at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. This one was 90% off. So you can do the math. It was $25 with 90% off. And once I got it home and looked at it, I thought, why did I not get all of them? They had 3 or 4. I can't remember if they had 3 or 4. And I only got one because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. Well, look at it, y'all. All it needs for me to match my decor is this covered up. But I love the frame. I love the beading. And if you obviously won't find this at yours probably, so all you need to do is take a frame and put some of the half beads around it. Can you guys see? Let me know. Let's see. I know it takes a second for me to see what you're saying. Hello, Mary with Ocean Breeze and Me. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Tamara. I love seeing you guys come on in. Hi, Christy. I'll go back and look at all your comments today, I promise. Hello, Shar. I'm so grateful to you and Lisa. Thank you for letting me be in your event. They're always wonderful. You guys run them so well. You know exactly what you're doing. So first of all, this was kind of unplanned, but I grabbed my folk art acrylic matte paint. So it's like chalk paint. And I'm just going to paint over this little design because it does not match my decor. So I'm going to kind of buck up next to these beads. And if you want to be more exact, you can take your time. But for time's sake, I'm just going to do the best I can here and at least show you this process. Usually when you buy something like this, the manufacturer has put a sealer of some type on top. So either use a sander of some type and sand it, or you can just cover it with a sealer. Like I use DecoArt multi-purpose sealer when I want to seal something to paint, but I knew the chalk paint would work as well, and most of you guys have that. A lot of times y'all will message me asking about that sealer, so that's 2 options you have. Either the sealer or the chalk paint will work. So just get a nice smooth base to work on. Oh good, Mississippi. Thanks Betty. I like when y'all tell me, even if you told me before, sometimes I forget. So I'm glad to know where y'all are watching from, and just tells me, you know, just a little bit. I mean, the online community is so fantastic, and we all I know I've heard other creators say we consider y'all our friends, and so we like knowing about you too. You know, we want to know where you live, and I like knowing all the things, so you can tell me anything you want me to know. How long have you been crafting? What is your favorite things to craft? What are you looking forward to today? You know, all the things. So we've got a really good base on now, I think. Let me just dry this. And I'm going to use my heat tool here, my little Wagner 300. Hello, Donnie from Pennsylvania. This is just a picture. So it's like a kind of a faux wood surface, it feels like. Let me see. It's like a super hard cardboard, probably, of some type. I don't know. Maybe y'all know the name of it. You know, really, really hard. It feels like wood, but it's probably not real wood. From Tennessee, the Smoky Mountains. I'm so jealous. I really want to get to Tennessee. That's where my brother is. So, good morning, Lisa from Arkansas. Hi, Lori. How are you this morning? Hi, Libby, Mississippi, and Cheryl, Louisiana. It is so fun seeing where y'all are watching from. Hi, Jeanette. And what time do you come on, Jeanette? Can you tell? I don't know if it's a secret. I don't think it is, but I want you guys to support all of our brothers and sisters in the event. I believe it might just be sisters now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm not positive. So thank you guys for being here for me, and I want you to watch everybody. You can always watch replays, so get into that Creatives Depot group so you don't miss anything. You can just go back and watch them if you have to, you know, just put a sign on your door that says busy today, fend for yourself, and just watch us all day. Okay, so my next step. So I live here in Texas. I'm in South Fort Worth. And my style, hi Beth, Rekindle Blessings. My style is, I do love Farmhouse, but I love a Texas feel to it. So leather, suede, you know, anything like that. So I got to thinking, well, my original thought was putting leather and on top of this. And so I had some other things going, but then I was like, why don't I just do some faux leather? So let me show you how I get kind of a faux leather look just with paint. So you don't have to be an artist, you don't have to paint to do this. Anybody can do it. Just grab some of this Deco Art acrylic paint. By the way, I know that I forget when I'm live to tell you all the things, so you can grab another. Let me be sure. Hold on. Hold please. Hold please. Now I'm panicking. Here we go. I meant to grab one of these sacks before I came in here and I didn't, so I had to be sure I had one. Hi Dana, hi Christy, 77. Ooh, that's awesome. Hi Janie. I'm sorry that I can't just sit and say hi to you guys. I really would love to, but I do need to, I want to get this done so you can see this technique. So I'm putting out a lot of this paint. Grab any brush. You're just going to grab a flat brush that you can get this painted on with. I know, Jessica. I thought that too, but we're all so busy. I mean, it's like all I can do to get through the day, right? I mean, yes, but yes, we need to, and we need to go see Manny. I keep saying I'm going to go see Manny too. Okay, so grabbing some brown paint, and I'm just going to start with my base of brown paint. And I'm going to try to avoid these beads, guys, but when you're doing yours, I know you will have more time to be really careful and go kind of take your time and go in between and all the things. But you know, I'm just going to do the best I can. I just need a good brown coat. We're going to probably have to put 2 coats of this because we want it to eventually look like leather. So, y'all bear with me while I do this part. I know it's not as fun to watch, but you guys let me know, kind of, have you decorated for fall? We have here, and I just love it. I love all the colors. Like I said, I'm kind of I'm a Texas girl, and so I feel like leather and natural elements, lots of texture, you know, all of that is kind of what we're about, a lot of us. And so all the fall things just fits right into what we like. Yes, let's do it, girl. Hi, Vicki. I'm sorry I'm not saying hi to all of you. I do appreciate you being on here. And thank you for everybody who sprinkles this out. We appreciate you so much. I have a couple of groups that I'll be spreading everybody to, and that way it lives on forever. You know, people will come in those groups and look for things and all the things. So, see how fast we can go in between these beads. I could have done this first, and I thought about it, but I wanted y'all to see that whole process. I just really think when you see something start to finish, that's when you get the confidence. Like, okay, that's not hard. I can do that. And I know some of you guys don't paint and don't even own paint, but I'm showing you how easy it would be if you want to just grab a few bottles of paint. What I was going to say was, people ask me all the time, like, what are you using? Blah, blah, blah. So I have an Amazon storefront, they call it. And when I get done with a craft, I'm trying to take that photo and upload it to my Amazon storefront and then tag the products I use. That way, you can go in there anytime and just click a photo and see what I used for that project. So anyway, I thought that was, I mean, I don't know if anybody else does that, but I think it's a good idea if you want to. Oh, Vanessa, thank you for the stars. I appreciate you guys. You did decorate the hall. Oh, I just love the colors and the textures. We have lots of blankets across our sofas and all the things. I'm glad you did too, Barbara. How are you today? Do you guys have any good Saturday plans? I do. I always get excited when my kids come over, and we're gonna spend the day together. And of course, they always know I'm on my phone if they're here, because lots of events are on the weekends, so I go in between, visiting with them and watching tutorials and all the things like most of y'all do. We usually have to multitask, but anyway, we're going to have dinner. We're going to watch the Aggies play tonight. Do we have any Texas A&M fans? I know I'm always afraid to say it because probably not. Oh, Winky, how are you today? I remember your name. I love that name. Let's see. The easiest way would be to go to my website, which is artgracepaint.com, and I believe it's pinned down below. I see it on my end. I hope y'all do. And, oh, good, Mary. We both get our kiddos today. And on my website, you'll see a page. Let me think a second. Is that the best way? Wait a second. I wish I knew a better way. Because actually I do. I just probably didn't think to put that in. I know. I did it last night. If you go to my website, I just had to think a second. There will be a picture of what I'm doing today. Kind of a little trial. And you can click on that and it will take you to this project and what I'm using. I remember I did do it. I was like, I meant to do that. And then I was like, I did that at, I'm ashamed to say, 2 a.m. So yeah, not much sleep, but I got it done. And I like to do that because, I know some people will ask, and I love more than anything seeing you guys do something that I taught. It really brings me joy. I'm like, I love it. And half the time you guys do it better. And I love that. I'm here to inspire and give you some ideas, and you guys take it and do your thing. Okay. I know I'm not being the most careful around the beads, but that's okay. You're getting. Let's see. Sorry, my hair is just kind of all in my face. Thank you, Nancy, for the stars. I appreciate it. Hi, Sheila. How are you today? College football, yes. Same, Michelle. We're like sisters every Saturday. Watching the Gators. Okay, hold on. Gators is Florida. I'm not great with football, but is there a game? I wonder if I get. I don't know, Linda Sue. I don't even know where to tell you to go because my husband does all that. It's just on, and I go in there and. Hi, Cecile. How are you today? You're in Illinois. Watch a couple of Texas teams. 5 a.m. Diane, you're amazing. I have to do replays because I cannot, I was actually up till 3, so I just couldn't get up this morning. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for the stars. Hi, Sheila. I appreciate you guys being here. Okay. So we've got our nice base. Let me do just a little more here because see that I want it to have a good coverage. If you want to make kind of a faux leather look, you really do want a good coverage. And I'm going so fast that I'm not hitting all my spots as good as I should. So anyway, when you do yours, you just take your time and get all the spots. We're fixing to have fun and get that textured look that leather has. And this is just Deb's way. You guys may have you know, you may have been doing this for years, or maybe you do this on furniture and you may have better ways. So, you know, just no worries. This is just how I get my backgrounds to look like leatherish. I say leatherish because, you know, it's leatherish. Okay, I think we're good with that. So let me just dry this last time. Hi, Kim. Glad you're here. Yesterday's tomorrow's. Come on in as your business. I love seeing you guys coming in as business friends. To support all of you guys too. And hi, Maria. How are you? Hi, Linda. I know, Trisha. Me and you are the same on that. I've seen you say that before too. Like, I'll have to do the replay on it. Okay, we've got our nice dark leather look. I like this. Even just like this, it's pretty. But we're going to try to take it up one step. So this is my glazing medium that I use. It is by DecoArt. And let me grab a cup and I'll show you what I do. I'm more of an eyeball person rather than, you know, so don't judge. But I just kind of put a little bit of my glazing medium in here. And then, and you're not going to need very much for something this size. I'm going to grab a little water. So literally I'm just taking my brush, dipping it in my water and putting some water in here. Like I said, no exact science, just you kind of want, or I kind of go for 1-to-1 of the glazing medium and water. And then I'm going to add some color here. Okay. So now I'm going to add, I'm just going to use what's on my plate, this chocolate brown, to this. And then I'm also going to add just a little bit of this burlap, just a smidge, because I don't want it very light, but I want it just a little bit different than what I have. So just a little. Okay. Oh, thank you, Kim. You're so sweet. I typically wear hats, don't I? So you're seeing the hair, I guess. Good morning, Mary Beth. I'm glad you're here live. Hi, Jean from Tallulah Falls Art and Treasures. Awesome. You're welcome to come in as your page anytime you're on my page. And remember that if you are just watching me on my page and you haven't been into the group, be sure you get inside the Creatives Depot group, because you'll be able to see all the crafters today. Okay, so all I'm going to do is brush this on. And you can be messy with it. It doesn't matter. And remember, this is my way, so no judgment if you're like, oh, that's all wrong. Don't worry about it, because it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I'm always worried that some professional furniture painter is going to just call me out or something. This is Deb's Whimsical Art, remember. So I just get it all different ways. It doesn't matter. You know, I don't try to be perfect with it. I think it kind of just needs to be like this. Okay, that's all you have to do. Now take your sack. That's just a, you know, Walmart or whatever, Dollar Tree sack. I do turn it inside out so that the ink is on the inside, because I don't want that ink to get on my design. And I'm just kind of crumbling it up, kind of an imperfect crumble. And then I should have shown you right when I put it down, but let me see if y'all can see that texture. Can you see the texture? Maybe some hearts if you can, because I can't see what you're seeing yet. It's not showing up on my iPad yet. So hopefully y'all are seeing a little texture. Yes, you can. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. And it's literally just to your, to where you like it, you know. This is for me. I'm not, and it doesn't have to be perfect, since I wasn't too careful with the beads. You know, from a distance, nobody will know, but you just kind of get it to where you like the look of the texture back there. You can repeat the process if you want more. You can, you know, take something else and try that. Just kind of experiment with it. But that's great texture for me. I like it. You can do more if you want to. Sometimes I'll take a piece of paper and fold it like an accordion. I don't know, you know, like an accordion, and then press it down a few places to give you those little streaks like leather furniture gets, but I'm going to put a pumpkin on here, so I don't need to do that. Oh, you still have a cough? Oh, sorry. I know things are taking a long time to get over with all the allergies. I think things are blooming. You know, for us here in Texas, we just had pears come on our tree. So we're wacky here. We are wacky in Texas. Oh, good, Diana. Well, I'm glad that I got to show you something new and just my little technique. Okay, let's get a cute little pumpkin on here now. And get my brush and water. For anybody who's new to painting, I always try to tell you, remember, just take your brush and get all that off into your paper towel before you put it in your water, and it will keep your water cleaner. Okay, so for this, let's see, we're going to do kind of a farmhouse look. I like that style, country, or not country. I don't want to say country because that gives people the wrong idea. Texas farmhouse kind of look would be what I describe my style. So I'm using the burlap paint and some white. Hello, Connie. Deco Art Texture Dimensional Paint. Yes, I have some. I do. I like it. I just used it the other day on a little ceramic dish I did. Yes, and it's really cool. Gives a great look. Okay, round brush. I'm going to take a round brush. This is probably a number 6. Always forget. It's a number 8. It's a number 8 round brush, and we're going to just kind of, in fact, I might use chalk to sketch my pumpkin on here, so let's just see about, like, upside down. It may take me a second to get this pretty good here. So when you're doing a pumpkin design, you just really need an oval in the middle. See my oval? And then a couple of like commas. I don't know, just curved lines. And there you go. It starts to take shape. Right? So let's grab our white and khaki. I'm just putting them both on my brush, and we'll start over here on this outside. And let the brush do the work. I am going to go back with some more khaki because I'm going to kind of do it khaki, white. So this one will be more khaki, this one will be more white. So I'm going to, while I have all this on my brush, I'm going to come over and do this one too. Hope my pumpkin, let me just take a second and be sure my pumpkin is a decent shape. I don't know, Rebecca. I don't know how I just started doing it this way so that people could see. Because when I first started this, doing things online, I did not have like a good camera. I'm just using my iPhone. Thank you guys for the stars. Did y'all do all that today and I missed it? Thank you so much. I'll go back and thank you because I appreciate it. That helps me buy supplies. Oh, thank you, Linda. I appreciate you guys. And anybody else who did it, I will go look. So, anyway, that's how it started. Was I was like, I've got to get people to see better. Because I was having it facing me, and I don't know. I kind of like it to where you can see me and this though, because when I look in the camera, I'm talking to you. So I don't like it when the camera is just facing down on my desk. So anyway, that's what I came up with was I'm just going to have to turn it toward them, and it works. I can do it. So see how I've got mostly white on my brush. I have not washed my brush or cleaned it off. I'm just doing the next part of this pumpkin in my white with some burlap color in it, and then I'll do the same thing over here. You also don't have to stick with the chalk lines that you drew, you know, obviously I can go over them and it doesn't matter. I try not to go over this too many times because then it's all going to blend, and I like a real chalky kind of look. So you can also use chalk paint for this. Oh, good. That's good. I need to clean mine, Jessica. It's fun to watch, but I bet it's not easy. Oh, it is now. I'm so used to it. Okay, so back into the burlap. So I had the mostly white on my brush, but now I left the white and I've added the burlap, and we're going to put that color here in the middle. And just kind of keep adding a little bit to my brush if it gets too white as I go along. So I want there to be kind of a distinct difference in the different ribs. How are we doing on time, guys? Thank you, Karen. How are you today? I'm so glad you guys are all with me. You like the leather look? This would define my style. This is what I would like. If I went to a store and saw this, I'd buy it because this feels like me. I do a lot of really fun, whimsical art because it's so relaxing and it's really easy to do, and people can get started with art that way without the pressure of fine art, feeling like, oh, well, my landscape doesn't look right or my deer doesn't look right. It's all about the process of creating, not the end result for me. It's about, relaxing and having fun with it. So I love doing that time. I've been on 25 minutes. Thanks, Dana. Okay, we're doing great. We have plenty of time because we got the hard part done. We've got our pumpkin on, and it's just going back through, and I'm going to show you a little vine I'm going to put on here. So just kind of making sure the bottom of my pumpkin is pretty good. So as you go along, this is going to dry pretty quick, and then I don't really add water to my brush. I like this kind of dry brush look. Let's see if you can see. I do, Cheryl. Next is Summer with Summertime Creations. So Hootie Hoo. You guys, I know you guys all watch her. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Thanks for keeping me on track with time. Okay, so I just took off that white, and I'm going to go into my burlap and add some burlap. So kind of just streaks of my burlap here and there. So really now all I have on my brush is the burlap. I want a good, kind of solid outline, and then the rest can be pretty chalky. Just some big thick ones. You can put some thinner ones. And acrylic paint loves layers, so you can just keep doing this until you like the look. Some of you might be screaming, stop, and that's okay. You stop there. And then for me, I'll keep going until I like, the look. So yours doesn't have to look just like mine, and hers doesn't have to look just like yours. We can all just kind of get it to look how we like. And you also don't have to use these colors. So if you want to do traditional orange and, yellows and reds and all of the traditional pumpkin colors, do that. Thanks, Debbie. I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying it. Just easy. You can do this on canvas, wood, glass, you name it. And I do have on my Amazon website or store, whatever they call it, I have all my favorite art supplies. If you ever have a question, you're welcome to ask me. Just message me. I love helping people get started and trying it. Y'all, I really think it's pretty good. I'm going to probably add some more burlap to the white in just a minute, but I'm going to let that dry. Let's go and do our stem. So for my stem, I'm going to take this burlap color but add a little brown to it, just a little to darken it up so that it looks a little different than my pumpkin, but keeping in our neutral tones here. And I'm pretty much dry brushing this on whatever I can get on my brush, but I'm not added any water to my brush. And you can switch to a smaller brush, but I a lot of times try to just use one or two brushes. I don't know why, I just do. I like kind of keeping it simple. And so if you notice, this is the only brush I've used this entire painting. So easy and inexpensive to do if you're going to have to go out and buy some supplies. You don't have to have all the things to start. So you see I'm just adding a little brown. I'll go back and add a little more, probably khaki color. I'm going to bring a little bit of this brown down into the pumpkin. Kind of use the side of my brush to kind of bring it down. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Mary, thank you. You're so sweet. I appreciate you guys. And I know not everybody on here likes to paint or whatever, but when you see these things on the clearance section at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, wherever you shop, you know, you really can just paint right over it. And if nothing else, grab it and decoupage something right in the middle, because this is a gorgeous frame. And I just couldn't let it. I wish I had gotten more. Like I said, I wish I had. Y'all, have you been able to hear me? Have y'all been able to hear me this whole time? I cannot believe I didn't even think to put that on. Oh my gosh. Is that better? Have y'all heard? Have I just been? And you didn't hear what I was saying? Oh my gosh. Oh, Deb. Okay, back into the burlap. I'm going to kind of, you know, ease this in so it's not crazy looking right there. You can just keep going over and over with your design until you get it how you want it. But I want to stop here in a second and do some vines on it. So, but see how I've kind of blended the darker color of the stem kind of just a little bit down into the design. So it just makes it kind of more flawless to your eye. And remember that when you do things like this, most people are going to see it from a distance. It'll be on your wall, and they won't notice the mistakes. I am adding some burlap back in, and I might have to go back over it with a little white if it's too much. But let me see, because I felt like that white was really glaring. You've heard me the whole time? Okay, good. Well, that was weird. I plugged it in to my phone but didn't put it on. So I guess it was catching it from the side over there. Okay, let's see. Y'all think that looks okay? All right, let's add some details. I'm going to use a detail brush. Let me just show you. Any of these will work. So any small detail brush that you own with a small tip will work. I'm just going to grab one, and we're going to put some vines, and I'm going to do white so it'll stand out from this background. And we're going to put some leaves. And I'm going to show you a really pretty thing to do on top of your leaves too. If somebody will give me a time check, that would be fantastic. I do have a watch on, but I'm just going to keep on painting, and then I'll look up and see if you'll just let me know how long I've been on. What a fun day this is going to be. I'm excited to see everybody and see what they do. It's so inspiring to me, and I know to you guys too, to see the different things people think of. And I always say, you know, if you're not into painting or whatever, use it. I mean, maybe this will spark something in you. You know, maybe you'll be like, oh, I'm going to use some burlap fabric and some, you know, whatever. No, Rebecca, I'm self-taught. I am self-taught. I do this. I started because I've always been a crafter, crafted my whole life since I was a child with my grandmother. And, but art was something I just played around with, didn't do, you know, anything with it at all other than just for my own fun. And when my mom had Alzheimer's, and things got really, really rough, we moved her here to be with us, or by us. We put her in a memory care facility when she got, you know, too bad that we couldn't take care of her. And I've never been so stressed out in my life. I had a really stressful full-time job, and trying to go see her before and after work, make sure my family was visiting her during the day while I was at work. So talking to them, you know, during the day about it, and dealing with, you know, meetings with administrators and nurses and all the things that you have to advocate for your person. And I literally thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown. I was so stressed out. And well, not really nervous breakdown, but I thought I was going to have like a heart attack or a stroke. That's what it felt like. The anxiety was so bad. So I really just felt like God was drawing me to art. So I literally went and got a sketchbook and some paints and started doing things in a little mixed media pad. And fast forward to a few years later, when she had, passed away with her Alzheimer's, art changed everything for me. So I'm a believer. I love Jesus, and he has changed my life and given me purpose, but he used art to calm me down, and I used that time that I was painting and to just pray and talk to him about her and just all the stress I was under. And so I really am here to show anyone who needs that, you can do it too. And art is so healing and so therapeutic. You'll find friends. I've got a membership group, but you'll find, lots of us do. So if this isn't if I'm not your person, you'll find somebody who is. And, but anyway, art and crafting can be so beneficial with stress. Okay, I need to look up and see how much time we have. Thank you guys. Thank you for sprinkling, guys. I see several of you. Okay, let me just look. 10 minutes left? Oh, okay. 9 minutes now. I could have just looked at my watch. I just was thinking that would be really easy to glance up, and then I didn't glance up. So yes, if you're not following me and you think you might enjoy some of this type of art, and I do crafts as well, then please hit the follow button. We appreciate that. And, it doesn't cost anything to follow. And I do a lot of things on my page just free. So you don't have to be in a group or anything if you don't want to be. Just come hang out with us. I have the sweetest ladies. In fact, if any of my VIP ladies are on here, would you just say VIP? It's always fun to see who is here. But I've got, the group, and they are so supportive of each other. We've got a friend of ours in the group who is in Puerto Rico and had damage from the hurricane. I have not heard from her yesterday, but she had been without power for over a week, like 7 or 8 days now. So we've been praying for her. We just have a great community. Now, we've also got some introverts that do not ever speak, and that's fine, because my daughter is a major introvert. She would never, ever come on a live and comment, hi, Frances, glad you're here. And so, don't feel any pressure to comment or whatever. We're just always glad you're here and that you enjoy what we do, and that is enough. But lots of support in these groups. So like I said, even if it's not mine, you might enjoy joining a group. I kind of like the tail like that. I kind of like it just kind of, curved and whatever. I might bring it down into here. But you see how easy this is, guys. This is not hard. You can do it. I get so many comments that say, oh, I don't know how you do that. I wish I could paint. You can. I can show you. I'm showing others. It's easy. Well, these type of designs are easy. I choose things that are forgiving, that, don't have to be perfect, that are, like, this is an organic thing. So leaves are going to be different. They're not going to be perfect. You see what I did? Just kind of swirled it down the middle. Do the same thing. I've got to speed it up because I want to show you something to do to these leaves that's going to really make them pretty. So I've got to really put some speed in it. But like I said, if you are thinking, ooh, I'd love to try to paint, go to my website and go to the page that says my favorite art supplies, or just message me if you need to know, like, what's the least, what do I need? Just the basics. But I would tell you it's a mixed media pad, and I usually use the ones that are spiral. Canson is the brand that I purchase, and and then some acrylic paint. I prefer Deco Art, but you can pick up any paint that you like or pick up what you have access to. A lot of people use Apple Barrel from Walmart. Deco Art has great coverage, and when it's on sale at Michael's, I get it for $1. So I prefer this, but you know, you can use any kind. And then a basic set of brushes, and that is all you need to start. Are y'all still with me? It gets so quiet, or I feel like it's so quiet. Y'all are still here. Okay, good. Yeah, I like the neutrals. I really do. It's calming, and it's feels kind of country, not country, but you know, maybe farmhouse and relaxing. And that's kind of how I want my home to feel. Now, I will probably, well, I mean, let's just kind of bring this on down. That was my plan. So I'm, you know, would continue all the way down with these little leaves, all the way down the sides of each pumpkin, or, you know, each side of this pumpkin. Oh, goodness. 5 minutes. Let me at least get one side done. No matter how hard I try, y'all, it's just hardly enough time. Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate you guys. All the sweet words. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Deborah. You'd like to see the color? I used burlap, snow white, dark chocolate, and I'm fixing to show you the last one to put on these leaves. And all of these are Deco Art. And if you go to my website, which is pinned, there is a picture of, you know, the pumpkin that I kind of practiced last night. And you can see all of the, just click on it and it'll take you to the Amazon list where all of these are pinned. And of course, you don't have to get on Amazon, but you could screenshot it and then look at your store that you have in your area or whatever. Or find something, it doesn't have to be this brand. You can find something in the paint that you already have, or you can always mix to get it. Okay, y'all. Look at me going for it. I'm totally going for it, trying to... I know these aren't perfect because obviously I'm in a hurry, but I also am okay with imperfect. Totally okay with it. It reminds me that I'm imperfect and I need grace. And so... all of you are imperfect and you need grace, and it just kind of is a reminder to me to always show grace. Okay, so that's kind of that. Now, the last thing I do is put some metallic copper, because this is a Texas color. So, Sue, 3 minutes. Oh! We're just gonna, I typically have a better coating of the white, so 2 coats. And then I take this Texas copper, well, it's not called Texas copper, but that's what I call it in my mind. It is worn penny, and it's a Deco Art. And I'm going to, let's see, what did I do first? I think I did these. And I'm just going to, I'm actually going to take some off because I don't want a whole lot. But I'm just going to touch over these leaves with this worn penny. Now, wait till I hold this up in the light. This kind of blends with our leathery look. Kind of have to go to the ones that aren't wet because you want your white to be dry when you do this part. But I'm just touching down. Again, you see why I tell you you can do this. It's easy. You're just touching down with your brush on each little leaf to give it a little highlight of this copper. And these are not dry, so we're going to try it and see if we can get some on there without messing up the white. I bet we're down to 2 minutes, but we're getting it sort of done, aren't we? Hope you guys have had fun so far, and like I said, Summer is next, and she owns Summertime Creations. Hi, Jen. Thank you so much. From this frame came from Michael's. It was Michael's. I'll show you this little tag, Ashland. And $25 was retail, but I got it 90% off. Now, it's been a few weeks. They probably don't have them, but I'm just telling you, when you see something like this and it has kind of a tacky design or something that you would never use, you know, doesn't match, go ahead and get it and then paint it or decoupage. Can y'all see the copper? I want to hold it here a second because I can't see what you're seeing yet. I want to be sure that you're able to see the shimmer when I turn it. Hopefully the light is catching it, and if not, I will take a picture and post that. But that's it. That's all you have to do. You can continue to kind of play with it and add a little bit of highlight up here in your stem so that it shows out a little more. But simple. It really is simple. I hope that you'll try it, and please go up to the link in the description of this video to Creatives Depot so you can see the next crafter. Summer. Okay, thank you guys, and I will read all your comments and answer your questions. Bye guys, have a great Saturday.